Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. We're here to record the podcast, the MCFC Lads podcast. We thought we'd hit you with the transfer news. It's been a mad window for Manchester City. We've seen Tijjani Reijnders come in, we've seen Rayan Ait-Nouri, and now Rayan Cherki. We've been waiting for this one for a while, Alex. The hype's mad on Cherki.
The hype is mad. We all watched that game against was it Spain the other day, and he just cooked. Like, he cooked.
They were 5-1 down when he came on. He comes on, he gets mad chances created, he gets a goal, he gets an assist. He looked decent yesterday as well.
Yeah.
And I thought we'd hit you with this kind of transfer video because we've got the podcast coming. If you've seen the podcast, we appreciate the support. An episode will be coming in the next couple of days, YouTube and Spotify. But Cherki, how do you think he'll slot into the side?
I think it'll be seamless. I mean, there's a lot of chat that maybe he's a little bit lazy, but everything I've seen since I've sort of looked into him suggests otherwise. He creates chances. He's good at breaking down deep defenders, and that's ultimately what we need. We need a Kevin De Bruyne replacement. He somewhat could be that, and we've got him for an absolute bargain. Like, even if he's bad, we don't lose any money on him.
He's such a techie player as well. He's got. You watch them clips, and I know it's just clips on Twitter, but watch them clips, you're like, oh, he's good. And somebody said, oh, well, the F2 could do that, which is a good point. Yeah. It's a good point. Like, Jeremy Lynch could be kicking about, flicking a ball around like that, but he is a pro footballer, and that's clearly part of his appeal as a player.
Yeah.
So he'll be playing that sort of number 10 role, I imagine, where De Bruyne was. How do you reckon he'll slot in for the Club World Cup? Will he play, do you reckon? I think
almost certainly. I think there's no reason in going such an effort to sign him before the Club World Cup if he's not going to play in the Club World Cup. I was saying to you earlier in the group chat how his debut is going to be against either Wydad or Al Ain, realistically. And we are literally, I imagine he's going to look like Pele.
Yeah, he is going to look like Pele. And the thing is as well, the rest of the team are going to just be kind of like slogging along. It's the Club World Cup, I think, at the start anyway. And he's going to be wanting to hit the ground running. Same with Reijnders.
I think all the new signings.
And that's why it's good. We've got that injection of new signings. I know Real Madrid have got Trent and a couple others, I think. But I think we've got a decent chance. And we'll come on to the Club World Cup when we film the podcast. So make sure you check that out. But back to the signings, Reijnders, what do you make of him?
I haven't seen as much of him as I've seen with Cherki. I don't watch AC Milan, don't watch Serie A. And I mean, I saw him a little bit at the Euros last year, but everything I hear suggests that he's sort of your perfect Gundogan.
I'm hearing legs. He's just got legs, box to box. He's 26 years old. Yeah. Gets in that Netherlands team every time in the starting 11. And it's a good side as well. You know, some of the Liverpool players in there. And now we're building a few Dutch players in. So it looks like that Netherlands team has produced a lot of players. I'm happy with the fee as well, £46 million.
Again, very little scope to go wrong if he's not good. You're pretty much making that back straight away.
And we've managed to get all three for 104 million or something like that.
It's mental. I mean,
the Wirtz deal didn't happen. We know that.
It would have been great if it did.
It would have been a great deal if it did happen. 130 million Liverpool are paying, but we've paid less than that and got three unbelievable signings. And it goes, for me, it kind of goes back to that January window. We didn't really spend almost anything last summer. Just Savinho for 30 million euros.
And we sold Julian Alvarez.
Julian Alvarez. We made an £100 million profit basically last summer nearly, with Delap going, Taylor Harwood, Bellis going. I think it was a great window in terms of getting that money in, but we didn't shell out, and then that's why we shelled out in January. Things went wrong. We got Cousinov, we got Vitor Reis, we got Marmoush, Nico. There you go. So 4 unbelievable signings. 200 million spent in January. They were investments, so they weren't for instant impact. There was a little bit of instant impact with Marmoush.
A lot of people saying about them being flopped as well, and you just can't do it. They were not signed for that.
No.
But Marmoush was, and Marmoush proved that he was worth it.
Yeah, I mean, that goal against Bournemouth single-handedly was worth that money. Exactly. So goal of the season for Marmoush. But yeah, look at the signings that came in January. 4 there, and then we've got 3 more. Do you think we'll do any more kind of business after the Club World Cup or not?
Obviously, we're linked to a Castle replacement. That's a bit irrelevant. And then there's also more links, isn't there?
Bettinelli, we know, is coming in. He's 33 at Chelsea. He's the Italian goalkeeper.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, from what I've heard about him, he's just Carson 2.0. I saw a Chelsea tweet earlier about him being very good around the dressing room, and that's the job of the third choice keeper.
What you want is like a character, but also someone that's got the experience of playing a lot of games, and that's what. Yeah, Carson's 39, knocking on 40 now. So he's been at the club 6 years, and I don't think he was signed for almost that kind of homegrown quota, Scott Carson, and he stayed 6 years, which is massive for him. And everyone wishes him well, but. That's basically the 4 signings. I think we'll get that maybe done before the Club World Cup as well. So we'll have the 3 goalies. Would you think one of them's leaving, Edison and Ortega? Or
there's a lot of talk about a new goalie, isn't there? There's Donnarumma, I've heard about. There's the Lille keeper, Costa. So I think it's very possible one of them leaves. Pep doesn't seem to want them to go, which is fair enough because we've got reliable keepers, and Changing keepers is always risky, as we found out when we got rid of Joe Hart.
Also with Pep, if he stays 2 more years, which is his contract, if he changes the keeper and it goes a bit pear-shaped,
then it's a year gone.
It's a year gone, like you said. So, yeah, I think hopefully... I'm happy to see the keeper stay. We've got a lot of changes elsewhere. Yeah. Edison's not that old at all. I think he's 30-odd. So,
for a keeper,
that's not too bad. Ortegino's a little bit older, but he's second choice. Will he want to be first choice somewhere? Maybe. That's why he might leave. But for me, I think the transfer window up to now has almost gone perfectly.
Yeah,
I'm almost content that we didn't sign Wirtz. I know 2-3 weeks ago when we filmed the last podcast, the last video, it was like a meltdown. Everyone was having a meltdown. No Wirtz, this and that. Cherki's the one, mate. Cherki.
I don't think we could have, given we lost out on Wirtz, I don't think we could have gone about the transfer window any better.
And also that the players we've signed aren't necessarily Pep players. People are saying Ait-Nouri doesn't quite fit that full-back profile we'd normally go for. What do you make of him?
Well, again, all I've seen of him really is when he's played City, but I mean, he's clearly a very technical player.
Yeah.
Very good. Algeria, they've got plenty of them. I mean, we had Mahrez before him, who was unbelievable. But yeah, Ait-Nouri, he's fast, he's technical, he's Premier League proven. I don't really see how that could go wrong again.
So Reijnders, Ait-Nouri, Cherki, Bettinelli potentially. Anyone else coming in?
I think there will be a right back. I think we need a right back. We've currently obviously got Nunes, who's had a very good season. Rico Lewis, who's competent, obviously. Akanji can play there. Kuznov can play there. But the talk is there'll be another right back.
Out and out right back.
I've seen maybe that Wesley guy, but I mean, I really don't. I've never seen him before. None of us have ever heard of him before the summer. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I trust the club to get whatever needs to be done. But yeah, I think that will be it.
What about departures? Jack Grealish, is he on his way out? I think
he's almost certainly gone, not coming to the Club World Cup.
Difficulty with Grealish is signing for 100 million. We're both in the same boat that he's done a job at City. He's been here 4 years out of a 6-year deal. Won the treble, won 3 Premier Leagues, and in that treble season, he was instrumental, in my opinion.
Played every game from March or April onwards.
Yeah, so. And so wish Jack all the best, obviously, but
100%.
He's on his way out. Who's going to pay big money for him? That's the problem. No one's going to pay a fee, and the problem is with the reason no one's going to pay a fee is because he's on huge wages, 300k a week. No one's going to place him on those wages, unfortunately. So. Somebody will be looking to give him maybe, 150 a week maybe, which means you're going to have to pay off the rest of his contract, which means the fee's going to drop, which means ultimately Jack Grealish is going to go out on loan somewhere, which is what we've seen.
Yeah. Well, what we need Grealish to go on loan, have a good season, and we'll get 30-40 million from next summer.
So I think it's Newcastle or Everton from what I've seen. I don't think Villa will take him back.
I feel like I've heard
I could maybe see that.
Especially if Son goes, but Grealish will definitely be gone. There'll be a number of others. I mean, Bernardo, Gundo... Potentially, we don't really know.
I think they could both stay. I think
they could as well.
I feel like we maybe would have seen an announcement by now if they were trying to leave, or more rumours and whispers of them going. All we see is the Saudi links that we've seen for the last 50 years.
Yeah, I've seen Turkish ones for both of them, to be fair, but again...
Don't see either of them. So I think, rolling into the Club World Cup, the ultimate transfer window, 8 out of 10 for me.
I honestly think you've been I think it's 9 out of 10 so far. Before a Club World Cup, to get all those players, for the fees we've got them for...
To refer back to the title, I think it's more than fair to say we're cooking.
We are cooking.
Head of the Club World Cup. So, we thought we'd give you this little video. Basically, Ryan Cherki's had the here we go. He's on his way to City. The other two are completely done, Ait-Nouri and Reijnders. Transfer window going very well. Make sure you check out the full podcast. It'll be available on Wednesday, I believe, at 5 p.m. Spotify, YouTube. Run up the comments as well. And leave us your questions about the transfer window as well. We'll be both heading to the Club World Cup, but if you want to hear about that, check out the podcast, and we will see you in a bit.